so far.
Okay.
They were difficult because we always did something. We always did he and I would go out to somewhere special. He would surprise me sometimes, but I would always get beautiful bouquet of flowers, whether it's home or at work, and and beautiful card, and I keep all of my cards that come with flowers. So I've always kept those. And it's difficult because it
Mm-hmm.
was a special time and we made it special, exchange gifts or something significant. And then my family, our children would kind of join in, on a particular day. They would want to do something special for the two of us. And they, this year and last year, they did. They, gave me something. I think it's an LED light that it's etched with he and I on it. So when you light it up, it's the sketch of the two of us, and that was really nice. My youngest, like she bought it for me, and Erica, they took me out to dinner. They bought me, I think, an edible arrangement, like things like that. We just celebrate as a family, and we just always celebrated those milestones together. And so, again, he would always supersize it. So it's difficult. It's different. It's different. So I just still
How do
commemorate that day. I do. I still think about that on that day. That is our day, and it will always be that day. For me, it'd be a special
how do you
day.
feel? How do you feel
I
on that day? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't feel whole. Let's say, like I don't feel.
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing a huge part of me, a huge
Okay.
part of that special moment that I shared with someone else. Like your birthday is yours, that's just you,
Okay.
But
Right.
on that
Right. Right.
special moment, it was two of us. On that special day, rather, it was two of us, and so I don't feel whole, and actually, it's a little sad, but I think about all the wonderful times that we had together. I think about how we celebrated it, and that gives me joy. That gives me joy. And my
Okay.
kids then, I guess they're able to pick up on those things, and they know how special mom and dad date day was on anniversary. So they swoop in and they just make it special for me. They never, that day I'm not alone. I think they make sure that someone's with mom, and they plan something. So for the last 2 years that I've had haven't had him, I believe I celebrated it with joy. How about you?
Okay. Okay. Well, like I said, this is 7 years. So at the beginning, very hard for me. Very, very hard for me. I can remember the first year, the second year. I didn't want to celebrate. I didn't want to go nowhere. I didn't want to do anything. My daughter would be like, "Okay, mom, let's go here. Let's go to your favorite restaurant." I was like, "No, really, I had a hard time. I I would stay in the bed and cry.
Hmm.
Really, that's what I did. I would stay in the bed and cry. I can remember a real good friend, like a sister to me. Her name is Tammy. She would call me and she'd be like, because she knew it was our anniversary, she would tell me happy anniversary, and I'd be like, "Is it a happy anniversary?" I had a very ugly attitude. Is it
Uh-huh.
happy? Because he ain't here.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
no, And she was like, "Yeah, it is. You need to refocus, look at it in a different way." And so used to hear that a lot, but I still struggled because it was such a special time.
Yeah.
The things that we did, the places that we went, how he celebrated me. You know, he was that spouse that you say he didn't wait to anniversaries or birthdays to celebrate you. He celebrated throughout the year.
Right.
So when those days came, you know, it was going to be extra. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was hard for me. It was hard for me to know that time is coming. And I don't know if you remember, I had prayed to God so that when he was in the hospital, to allow him to live, because remember he passed right after our anniversary, and I had prayed and asked God to allow him to at least live on our anniversary, open up his eyes, and he did that. And then 2 days later, he passed. So all of that within that month was hard for me, but now I'm better.
Yeah.
I don't celebrate it because it's a bittersweet for me.
Right.
It's bittersweet for me because of the things that happened, you know, during that time. But I still acknowledge it, you know what I'm saying? But not in a big way. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
I'm very careful with when what you said, like when people post things like that, like it would have been their anniversary or it's someone's birthday, a deceased person's birthday. I always hesitate to put happy birthday or happy anniversary. Like you said, it's because the way it's perceived is like, when you think of it, it's like, no, it's not really happy.
Right.
So what do you prefer people to say?
Well, now they can say happy.
Okay.
Because I'm in a better space.
But back then, what would you, because this is a teachable moment.
Back then, I think I was just, back then I didn't want anything. I didn't want to be acknowledged. I didn't want it to be acknowledged. I didn't want it to be talked about because of, like I said, what I was going through, what had happened during that time of our anniversary. But now I think I would like, if anything, just acknowledge that it's your anniversary. You don't have to say happy anniversary. It's your anniversary.
It's your anniversary.
Yeah.
It's your anniversary.
It's your anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that too. My bridal party, my close friends and sister, they remember that day because they remember all of the fanfare and everything, and just how much he and I loved each other. At that, when we were like 26 when we got married, and they do call to acknowledge it's your anniversary. What are you doing? Or they'll call and we'll just reminisce on that day or moments throughout the year. We always have funny stories because Norm was a very we called him a character. So he always kept the mood light, and so we just reminisce on different stories. So about Milestones, you're doing some great things, and I know that you have that backing and that encouragement as you move on to bigger endeavors. So how does it feel moving on to opening a daycare, fulfilling your dream that you had when he was here? How does that feel?
It felt good. It felt good that he was part of the plan. He was the encourager. He was always like, okay, baby, we can go look for your building. Okay, if it's something you really want to do, let's do it. He had my back. He was that support. It felt good. It feels good that he was there at the beginning. And I guess it's kind of like a bittersweet too, because he's not physically here to see when the building opens and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So he wouldn't be his physical seat, but he'd be so proud and so happy that I went ahead and did it.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And for you?
When I think about it, him being a part of the ultimate plan, because some of those dreams have evolved or changed. And even just like this podcast, wasn't on the map. I know he would be proud. I know he would be proud of how his family has continued on, because that was one of the things for him. Don't mourn me, celebrate the life that we had, and I want you all to live. And I know he would be proud of, even me doing this, because he was encouraging and inspiring other people to fulfill their dreams and to live. And so by me and you and I coming together to do this, to talk to other widows and widowers or people and encouraging them in any way, in anything we're saying, I know he's patting me on my back. And also with the other endeavors, I know he's proud. I know he's like, babe, you can do it. At the same time, though, he was part of that wind underneath my wings, and having him to bounce ideas off of, or business plans. And, I miss that, because, he and I did that very well. I didn't have to pay someone for that.
Right. I understand.
I had to pay someone for the information that I got from him. And so, as I talk and I look at this library of business books and things, it's like his legacy is right here. He's like, I gave you the resources and the tools. Look at that book, that same book I read to get it from. I tear up when I think about it and all the conversations. So I know he would be proud.
And that's something too that you just said, to live and to live on. That was something that really helped me, because I know that he wanted us to live and live good, because that's how we were living. And he wanted us to continue to do that. So that helped me through those years. Even now, is to remember, you have to move forward, live on.
Yep.
So, go ahead.
It reminds me of, I read something Nelson Mandela wrote. It says, remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead. Remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead.
That's good.
Right. Good. And so we just continue to celebrate those milestones as we prepare for life ahead. And life without them, but they've prepared us for it. They've prepared our children for it.
Yes, they did. They definitely did. When you look back over it and you see, wow, it was already in the preparation. We just didn't know it.
Already there. Yep.
We could say they understood their assignment.
They understood the assignment.
Yeah. They understood it. So. Right.
Yeah. So, wow, that wraps up episode 6. A journey of milestones.
I would like to say that however you celebrate your milestones, just remember they're your milestones. And whether it's a big celebration or small celebration, those are yours and your family, however you decide. And they can be anything from a flower to a big bash. Just remember that those milestones were part of plans that you had already talked, like you said, from the beginning of a baby. And now you're just walking it out.
That's good. Thanks, Stephanie.
For extended conversation, head over to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to get alerts and sneak peeks on upcoming topics. Don't forget to like and share this podcast with your family and friends. Until next time, life is precious, and so are you.